Here we begins. So the chapter 1 suggests real numbers, and this particular division lemma is already understood to you. Now, this I want to just repeat this lemma. Lemma is just an intermediate or subsidiary or proved statement to prove another statements. In this division lemma, there are four terminology: dividend, divisor, quotient, and remainder. It can be written as A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is the remainder. It should be less than the divisor B and greater than 0. Here dividend A is equal to divisor B into quotient Q plus remainder R. Note that the remainder is always less than the divisor. Here, taking an example, if a number is divided by 7, any number is divided by 7, the remainder will be less than 7. That means the remainder will be 0 to 6 only. It can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. But it cannot exceed 7 or exceed 6. It is a basic concept or basic restatement of division. This is only the division, and it can be written as like division algorithm, like dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This is basic restatement of any division process we already studied about. This can be written as A is equal to BQ plus R, where A, B, Q and R are dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. Now we will use this particular division lemma to prove one of the result of number system. It is also included in your NCERT book, exercise 1.1. For the question, we have several concepts or several prerequisites you should know to prove that question. First of all, this particular lemma is applied for two positive integers only, where A and B are two positive integers and A is greater than B. If it's so, then we'll take A is equal to BQ plus R. That is the formula for Euclid lemma. And where R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than the divisor, that is B. A number say A, which is divided by number say 4. If I'm taking a number A which is unknown to me, but it is divided by 4, then the Euclid division lemma will say A is equal to BQ plus R. Since here we are dividing A by 4, that's why B is equal to 4 here, divisor is 4 here. That's why the formula will become A is equal to 4Q plus R. Now, if B is equal to 4, then remainder will be 0 to 4. Where remainder will be 0, 1 and 2 and 3, because it cannot exceed 3. So there will be 4 possible formulas for this particular A. Because A has the formula 4Q plus R, where R has 4 numbers. That's why it can be represented in 4 ways like this. You can understand this with the help of a flowchart. Here the formula of A is equal to BQ plus R, where B is equal to 4. That's why the formula will become 4Q plus R. Now for different values of R, you will get different formulas for A. For R is equal to 0, the formula will become A is equal to 4Q plus 0. If R is equal to 2, the formula will become A is equal to 4Q plus 1. If R is equal to 2, the formula will become A is equal to 4Q plus 2. Just like R is equal to 3, formula will become A is equal to 4Q plus 3. It means this formula has several forms. If I am taking divisor as 4, so there are 4 possible forms of this formula. Some more concept related to questions of proof in number system. The first concept here is I and Z. I and Z are the set of all integers. It is represented as set of all integers. If I am writing A belongs to I, here this particular sign that is called epsilon, it means belongs to. Mathematic term belongs to. This epsilon means belongs to in mathematics. So it means A is a positive integer or negative integer. It can be an integer only. Or if I am writing especially I plus or I negative, then it means positive and negative integers. Operation between integers. Here 4 types of operations on some operations are there. If integer and integer, here I1 and I2 are 2 integers. If I am adding 2 integers or subtracting 2 integers or multiplying 2 integers or squaring or cubing 2 integers, the answer will be integer form only. If you notice that if you add two numbers of integers, you will get an integer number only. If you subtract two integers, you will get integer as a result. If you multiply two integers, you will get multiply. After multiply, you will get an integer number only. Squaring or cubing, you will get integer number only. So concept here is, other than division, all the operation are giving the integers only. If you multiply, add, subtract, or square or cube any integer, you will get integer only. It means I1 plus I2, sum of two integers, can be written as integer. I1 minus I2, difference of two integers, can be written as integer. I1 into I2, multiplication of integer, can be written as integer. I square and I cube can be written as integer. It is just a generalization process. We will go in the question. The third concept here is even number. Even number are the multiples of 2. Multiples of 2, any even number will have a factor of 2. So any even integer number can be written as 2 into any integer. It means 2 into m, where m is an integer number, because we already showing that m is an integer number. Suppose we have 16. 16 is an even number. That's why it can be represented as 2 into 8. It means 2 into integer, 2m. Just like odd numbers are one more than the even numbers. If any odd number are given, it can be represented as 2m plus 1. Suppose you have 11 as an odd number, then it can be represented as 2 into 5 plus 1, yani 2m plus 1. It will clearly specify this form. 2m plus 1 will give you an odd number, and 2m form will give you an even number. This will be used in the question of proofs related to even and odd. Algebraic identities we will gonna use in this particular chapter 1, real number. A plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square, a minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square, and a plus b whole cube, a cube plus 3a square, b plus 3ab square plus b cube. These three identities we will gonna use in this particular exercise or chapter 1, real number. Now coming to the question. The question 1, prove that square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1, where m is a positive integer. Obviously the question suggests that we are to deal with any positive integer and we have to make square of it. You are given any positive integer. The question is not specific about any positive integer, but it is a positive integer only. So we have to assume that any positive integer in the form of a, and after that we have to square that number, and all the square of that number will be in the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. Let's understand with this particular concept with the help of some simple examples. Suppose there is an example 1 square. You will notice that 1 square is equal to 1. So it can be written as 3 into 0 plus 1. 3 into 0, 0 plus 1, yani 1 square can be written as 3 into 0 plus 1. Just like 2 square. 2 square is 4. It can be written as 3 into plus 1, 3 into 1 plus 1. Obviously 3 into 1, 3 plus 1, 4. That will give the example as 4. So taking an example 3 square, that is 9. It can be written as 3 into 3. 3 into 3 is 9. If I am taking one example 7 square. 7 square is 49. It can be written as 3 into 16 plus 1. 3 into 16 means 48. 48 plus 1 will give you 49. Take one more example 11 square. That is 121. 121 can be written as 3 into 40 plus 1. 3 into 40 again 120 plus 1, that is 121. 12 square 144. It can be written as 3 into 48. You will multiply 3 into 48 to get 144. In all these square examples, you will notice that these answers can be written as 3 into integer or 3 into integer plus 1. Here the first square is written as 3 into 0 plus 1, yani 3 into integer plus 1. 0 is a positive integer. We can assume 0 is a positive integer. In the second example, you will notice that 3 into 1 plus 1. Again, it is a form of 3 into integer plus 1. 3 into integer. 3 into integer plus 1. So, if I am assuming integer as m, the particular square form can be written as 3m. it means 3 into integer or 3 into integer plus 1. You can take some more examples for practice. Any of the square of any of the positive integer will be having a form of 3 into integer or 3 into integer plus 1, that is 3m or 3m plus 1. Now we are to prove this particular concept using Euclid division lemma. So here the question, since question is all about a positive integer, we are all talking about positive integer and we are taking this positive integer as a. We are assuming that positive integer according to the question as a. Obviously we are taking a as a positive integer, we can apply Euclid division lemma. So let divide a by 3. Obviously if the number a is divided by 3, the 3 will be the divisor and a will be the dividend. Now why I am dividing by 3 only? Because in this question you will notice that we want to get the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. Here the multiplier term is 3 with the integer. That's why we are taking 3 as a divisor. Obviously if we are taking 3 as a divisor, the possible value of remainder, that is r, will be 0, 1 and 2. Obviously if the 3 is the divisor, the remainder will be less than the divisor. That means remainder can have values like 0, 1 and 2. So possible values of a will be varying from 3 forms. If the formula of a is equal to bq plus r, that means here the formula will become a is equal to 3q plus r because b is 3 here. So there are 3 values of r, that's why this formula will give 3 forms, 3 different forms. For r is equal to 0, the formula will a is equal to 3q plus 0, that means a is equal to 3q. For r is equal to 1, that is the formula will become a is equal to 3q plus 1. For r is equal to 2, the formula will become a is equal to 3q plus 2. If you notice in the question is all about square, not only the positive integer. So I have to square this particular form, and all in this squares form I will get the answer as 3m or 3m plus 1. It means I have to square this form, I have to square this form, and I have to square this form. After squaring I will get the formulas as 3m, it means 3 into integer, or 3m plus 1, it means 3 into integer plus 1 form. So we are having 3 cases, 3 paths to solve the question as 3m or 3m plus 1. So this question is all about square. I have to make a square of the given possible formulas. So case first, taking a is equal to 3q. So I am squaring here, a square is equal to 3q square. So after squaring you will notice that a square will be written as it is, but 3q whole square will be written as 9q square, because 3 square is 9 and 9q square is q square as it is. Now since I want to prove the form as 3m or 3m plus 1, so I want a multiplier term, I want a coefficient like 3. So factorizing 9, so this factorizing 9 I will get 3 into 3. I want a factor of 3, that's why I divided by 3 into 3. So this q square, the concept here is q is an integer. According to the Euclid division lemma, quotient is an integer only. So q square is also an integer according to our concept. If q square is an integer, then 3 multiply में जो term है, obviously this whole term, this whole bracket will comes out to be an integer only. So for our particular question, integer can be written as m. So I am applying this particular 3q square as integer. So the form will be a square is equal to 3m. So the first formula of 3q square of this formula will prove to be 3m form. Now coming to case 2. Case 2 suggests a is equal to 3q plus 1. After squaring you will notice that this is not a direct square. This is a whole square of a binomial term 3q plus 1. Here we have to apply the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square, that is the square of a plus b. So after applying formula, this is a square, this is 2 into a into b, 2 into 3q into 1, and this is 1 square b square. So here again we want the formula to be 3m or 3m plus 1. Here the ending plus 1 will not having any creating any problem, because plus 1 is a very easy answer, because plus 1 we need in the question. Either we need 3m only or we need 3m plus 1. So plus 1 is not a problem here, but this particular terms, the first 2 terms will be changed to 3m form. we can notice that these all both the terms have 3 as common. So putting 3 as common, so 3 3s are 9, this that will remain to be 3q square, 3 2 is 6, that will be remaining as 2q. This whole bracket, again this whole bracket, this q is an integer, so 2 into q is an integer. This q square is an integer, that's why 3q square is also an integer. Integer plus integer, this whole bracket will come out to be an integer only. So assuming this whole bracket as integer only, integer can be written as m, so this formula will become 3 into m plus 1. So a is equal to 3q, the square of a is equal to 3q gives us 3m form. The square of a is equal to 3q plus 1 will give us 3m plus 1 form. Now case third, when a is taken as 3q plus 2. Now again applying a plus b whole square formula, you will get 9q square plus 12q plus 4, a plus b whole square formula. Now again this first two term can be converted into 3m, but you will notice that plus 4 is again a problem. I don't want plus 4, I just want plus 1 only. So applying a little bit mathematics here, 4, it is a sum of 3 and 1, that's why 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. Now you will be noticing it, why I am writing 4 as 3 plus 1. I can write it as 2 plus 2, but I am writing as 3 plus 1. It because I want 3 as a common in the first 3 terms. That's why it will become 3m form. A plus 1 is not a problem here. 3 plus 1 is written as 4. So coming to the common part, now I can take 3 as common from the first 3 term. After taking common as 3, the formula will become 3q plus 4q plus 1. Here the whole bracket again an integer. This integer plus integer plus integer. This whole bracket come out to be an integer only. So it can be written as 3m plus 1. So we started with a is equal to 3q, a is equal to 3q plus 1, a is equal to 3q plus 2. There are 3 parts for this particular question, and squared all these 3 parts, and I got the answer as 3m or 3m plus 1 or 3m plus 1. Here just we have to apply this mathematics here. Question will vary, so you have to understand how to split this particular constant number. Thanks, Pooh. Thank you everyone.